Welcome back to Shenanigans, everybody. Mousy, roll me that 2d4 for that sleep spell.
Okay, let's do this. I just lost roll 20. Give me a sec.
It's all right. We'll just start the battle music just in case.
There we go, just in case. Hopefully I don't fuck up. Come on, 2d4.
What are the odds of rolling 5?
Ah, fuck.
4. All right, you
Damn
cast
it.
sleep on the 4 guards, and they fall to the ground. The children all around perk up at this and stop what they're doing, kind of looking around the room. The foreman pushes the desk away, or pushes himself away from the desk, and gets up, his large girth sitting on the front of it, and goes, "You! Come here now!" And
I shake my finger and go, ooh, ooh.
And I think we roll initiative.
Alrighty.
Okay, remind me again how to do it in 2e.
D10 plus the weapon speed of whatever weapon you're using, or the casting time of whatever spell you're using.
What's the dagger speed?
2.
2? Oh, sweet. 4.
Nice.
Wait, you don't have a slot for weapon speed and on your character sheet? Oh, no, there it is. I just didn't write it in. Oops.
Aha!
My mistake.
What's
Well, way at
weapon?
the end. Mace.
Nice. Ugh. I think that's like 6.
I'm using a crossbow, right crossbow.
Light crossbow is gonna be high, like 7.
7, I know.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I've already rolled it.
I
Let's
see.
see.
Mace is 6.
Well, just roll a 1.
Actually,
Yeah.
question. How far is he from the other guards?
Pretty far. He's like, so if you think of a rectangular room and you're entering on the bottom left corner of the room, he's in the middle of the right side, and the other guards were all 4 against the wall, the top wall. So I guess he was fairly close to one of the guards, but he was far from the others. If that makes sense.
Okay, alright.
I gotta take a look at what a whip speed is.
Oh god, I'm gonna die. Let's do a whip.
Whip speed is 8. Oh my god, so he goes badly. Orc, you go first.
Alrighty, how far am I from that guard that stepped forward to grab Melissa?
He's right near you. He's unconscious on the floor, but he's right next to you.
I'll slit his throat.
Yep, he's dead. You would
Yeah,
crumple to
sweet.
the ground, but he's already there, but...
Yeah, I'll
they-
just use his body as cover.
One of the kids nearby sees what you do and shrieks, "Ah!" Next up is Rob. Melissa.
All right. Does Entangle have to be outdoors?
Yeah, you need some sort of existing foliage to entangle them.
All right. In that case, I'm going to gesture to Virtue and then point at the foreman to attack.
Virtue's your dog, right? Not the weasel?
Yes. Virtue's the dog.
The weasel.
Asking the
Definitely
weasel to
the
attack
weasel.
would be.
Make it
Now-
a flying
The
squirrel.
weasel is a quarter hit die creature. I would not send the weasel to attack.
You know, it is Shenanigans. You never know what a player's gonna do.
I'm playing a
all right.
kobold. You know what it's gonna happen.
Right. Okay, so Virtue comes lunging or lumbering down the poorly lit underground factory and leaps at the man. Can you? The man gets an attack of opportunity though, because his whip has reach as the dog enters within his range,
Okay.
and he whips your dog. Whips him good. What is the AC of your dog actually?
100.
Pretty good. It is, I think it's like 15 or something. Let me see here.
Wow.
Your dog, I think,
It is AC 15.
Okay. then he
Yeah,
just
your dog has better AC than me.
he barely criticals your dog. Your dog takes 3 points of damage from the whip. No saving throw versus death required because the whip cannot do any critical effects on you. It is not that strong of a weapon. But your dog gets whipped, and then make an attack roll for the dog.
Did you get all 3 attacks?
Yes, he gets all 3
Oh my
attacks.
god!
Wow.
This is the cat. This is the cat all over again. This is the elven cat.
Yeah, but this
over
is
Well,
an elven dog.
it's not quite as powerful as the cat. All right,
Yes,
so first the 2 claws.
What was the name of what was the name of the
The claw 1 is an 18.
I don't know. The
Hit.
Claw 2 is a 13,
Hit.
and the bite is
Hit.
a 13.
All hits.
He's
Maybe that's a
dead.
joke.
It's gonna be the quickest.
Yeah.
This is not as quick as that little girl in the cellar. I cut her in half in one go.
All right, it's 1 to 4, 1 to 4, 2d8. So here we go.
2d8 for the bite?
Or sorry, 2 to 8. Sorry.
Oh. Alright, so it's 4d4 total.
Yes.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
You want me to just roll 44?
Yeah, just 44 right up.
Yeah, he dead.
11. The dog mauls the man, and he goes down in a bloody mess. Oh!
And in this white corner, we have Rob with his groundbreaking characters. In this left corner, we have Neil that's just been defeated.
the
Just
children,
a cleric.
the children chained to the benches start to scream and cry and get super excited by the sight of this guy being ripped to bits by a dog, which is, maybe excited's not the right word. I mean, they are excited, but they're not happy excited. They're.
I finish off the other 3 guards.
Yeah, I'll go and I'll be doing that too.
All right.
All right, I'm not noticing that they're flat out murdering these sleeping guards because I immediately run over to Virtue. I'm like, oh, I'll try to do a heal check on Virtue.
You're not gonna try and bind the foreman's wounds before he bleeds to death?
Isn't he been pretty much chewed to pieces, or is he? Still
He's wounded. I mean, look, you've got healing spells. You could bring him back if you wanted. I just want to know if Melissa's gonna let him die.
Let him die.
Melissa's first thing will be checking the dog, but then she'll tie the foreman up.
Give me a healing
She's gonna
check.
tie him up before she does a healing spell on him.
Give me a healing check on your dog.
Okay. Just roll a d20 plus
Wisdom
Wisdom?
-2, yeah.
All right. What was wisdom again?
Yeah,
Oh!
So close.
You failed to heal the dog.
All right, and then I tie up, but regardless, because I do have to save the foreman. I'll tie up the foreman and then cast CLW.
Okay.
I don't want to heal him up and then he attacks again. That would be
Right.
Tie him up with his whip.
So, Malzi and Bork, what are you doing while Melissa's tending to the foreman?
Well, once we've killed the guards, I'm going to loot them.
Okay.
I'm going to ask the girl where the leader is. Big boss. Scrum
That
trap.
was him.
Was that him?
He report to the big boss.
I'll check the body of the warden to see if we can find
When
any.
she says big boss, as I'm working, I'll go, ooh.
I check the body of the warden.
Okay, Bork, you're looting these guys. You find a total of 10 gold, 8 silver, and 60 copper on them. In addition, they are all carrying nasty clubs for beating adolescent children that don't listen. And one of them has a whip.
I can't use the whip. It's too big for me, hey.
Yeah.
Do any of them have a dagger? I want to have a
Yeah.
collection of daggers.
Yeah, they each have a knife on them. 3 knives and 1 dagger total.
Cool.
So while I'm tying the guy up, they're trying to loot the warden here.
Okay, so what do I find on the warder's body?
He's got the whip that was in his hand, and he's got a sack of coins. It's got 90 silver in it, 30 copper, and 10 gold.
Alright.
Now, while all this is going on, you guys have a chance to really get a good look around the room, and you see that kind of off in a corner, there's a whole bunch of discarded or broken or unfinished Day of the Grateful Dead merchandise just kind of lying around. It looks like the children are working on Day of the Grateful Dead merchandise on their table.
Oh, of course. Alright, so the children, how many children are there?
60? No, 30. 30 children.
I look at Bork and I say in Kobold, how much gold did you find of the bodies?
I say back and cover only a little bit.
So I start kind of handing out a gold and a half to each child, and as they kind of go out, I look at you expectantly.
Okay. And I rolled 7 for healing the warden once he's tied up.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so he's just back to 1 HP then. Yeah, that's his highest.
For the CLW.
Right. He kind of slowly comes to consciousness. Oh, I guess his hands are tied. Oh, what
I look at
the?
Mel, and I would say, you deal with this. I'll get the children to Desmond.
What does Desmond want? Oh, I guess I was going to make a village one time, so.
Who are you people? What are you doing down here?
Yeah, I'm going with the children to Desmond.
How?
I'm going to cut the children free, yeah.
Okay.
Who?
Who what? Who are you, Scooby-Doo?
Who?
What is it? Come on, Rocky.
So how are the children secured? Is it like, are they
Rope.
tied?
Yep, they're tied with rope.
Do we just untie the rope?
Yeah,
I thought
Malzy's
I would-
going through and cutting them
Okay.
free.
Yeah, I'm doing it too, yeah.
All right, you guys free the children, who one by one, as they're free, just start running out the door. Yay, I'm free!
After I see like the first two doing this, before I untie the next ones, I hand them a gold and a half to each. Then I told them, I describe Desmond's like shenanigans. It's like, go there and tell Desmond what's happening here.
Okay. Send all the children to the bar.
I know,
Yes.
right? That's what I was thinking. I was like,
Exactly.
best place for children.
I guess that's actually acceptable in Europe,
Yeah.
Especially in medieval times. I mean, where else
especially in
do they-
England. Yeah, in the UK.
Yeah, that's basically where everybody goes. I mean, Norwich has 462 bars. There's more bars than day of the year. So
My God,
yeah, I'm not kidding.
how many
There's a
people
bar
live in that
everywhere.
town?
So almost a quarter of the population disappears in the holidays because it's a shit ton of students. There's 3 different universities, 4 high schools, and like I think 15 like schools and primary schools put together.
Wow. What's the
Yeah.
total population though?
I have absolutely no clue.
What, is it Norwich?
Norwich.
I feel like
Gotta
it's
know.
a great place because I can be drunk at 10 o'clock and it's totally acceptable. I'm just having breakfast / lunch.
155,000. Yeah, so there's definitely at least like lower than 80,000 when people leave because in my year only there's 15,000 students.
Wow. Okay, so
Whoa,
you said 400
that's
and
nice.
something bars?
It used to be higher in medieval times. It was something like, I think London had some ridiculous number of bars when it was only like 2,000 people or 20,000 people or something.
Still, that's one bar for every like 186 people. That's a pretty high.
That's a perfect
actually
ratio.
low for the Middle Ages, for London at least.
Well,
And then-
yeah, we're talking modern Norwich, but anywho, yeah, the kids run off to the bar and it's great. You guys have cleared the room of the children. They've been given coins. Please mark off the gold that you gave them on your sheet.
Okay. How
And now
much
the
do
3
you-
of you are standing around the foreman or the warden or whatever you want to call him, the big guy with the whip that's gonna confront you all.
I'd be like standing in his chest with my knife, just looking at him like, can I cut him?
Oh no, don't let the little guy get me. Oh, I'll talk. I'll spill the beans. Just keep the little furry one away from me.
I'm not furry, I'm scaly.
Oh God, he speaks.
Yeah, damn right. Give me some respect or I'll take an eye.
Oh God, I respect you. I respect you. Please, just put the knife down. I'm simply a pawn.
I pretend like I'm keeping him back, like he's just ready to go and burst and kill him. There, I pretend I'm keeping him back.
Yeah, I can't really question this guy, so I'm gonna have to rely on them.
So it's like, where's the scrum rat?
Scrub rats. That's me. I'm Scrub Rats. Nice to meet you.
Where's your boss?
Cramlaw?
Yeah. Where is he at? To make me have to cut you.
No, he's at the headquarters, I would guess. Definitely, that's where I would expect him to be.
Well, where is that?
Oh, I'm more than happy to show you if you'd let me go.
Yeah, no, you're gonna tell us, or I'm gonna take a finger.
Well, how about I tell you and then I show you? That way you know I'm telling the truth, and I'm not gonna double cross you, little one.
Well, you're not gonna be able to double cross us, because if we don't come back, you don't get away, you're probably gonna starve to death.
Oh, okay. If you go south outside of town, there's this old abandoned church. There used to be a building over it, but it got burnt down. Weird corpses inside of it. Anyway, that building we've repurposed for a headquarters. We've thrown a new roof on it and everything, and patched up the walls with boards. And that's where our headquarters are. And Tramlaw's the boss. I'm just the sub boss. I'm really not liable for anything. He holds the rights to the company. I'm really just an employee. I'm just doing what I'm told.
Okay. Well, last question. How many people are we expecting in that building at all times?
Oh, Tramlaw's got a few bodyguards with him. Absolutely.
How many's a few? Because that can be between 2 and 20. So we'd like to know.
He looks to Mousy. Can this creature understand numbers?
Oh yeah, I definitely can.
Ah, you're a clever little kobold, aren't you?
You keep talking down to me, and I'm about to make you as pretty as
I don't think I can hold him back.
Oh, sorry. I've just never met such an intelligent member of your species before. My apologies. I don't mean anything by it. Tramlaw usually travels with 2 bodyguards.
Only 2? Oh, come on.
Oh, well, I mean, we have the 4 here in this factory, but well, you made short work of them, so.
Okay, thank you. And then I'm just gonna stab him straight through the eye into the brain.
He dies.
All right, I didn't really expect that. Well, but I look at.
I'm guessing he's uber dead with the knife through the brain. This isn't. I can bring him back with another.
Yeah. This is like. Yeah.
I look at Mel and I say, "Do you want to go tell Desmond about this?"
I look over. Well, I'm busy looking over at Bork, going.
And I'm just gonna be holding a bloody knife like this, and I'm gonna be like, "What? He was a bad guy."
I easily drag like Mel away, like saying there's nothing to be done, and just kind of drag her towards Shenanigans.
I was waiting for you to like bring out the water bottle and start spraying me.
Well, I think we need to. I can't tell them, but I don't let myself get dragged off, and I start looking around for clues in here. Any things that need to be, that might help us, give us important information.
I don't think it's like we should go. There might be return to here. We don't want to be here when that happens.
No, we don't want to be trapped.
Are there? I guess there probably wouldn't be any mirrors. Are there any sort of polished surfaces at all down here?
No.
You can't
hold on, let me look at the decorations. Maybe one of these decorations is polished. No. There are some decorative plates that are being painted, and in the right light, you can sort of kind of get a reflection off of them. It's pretty bad.
Okay. I try to breathe onto the plate and fog it up, and then use my finger to write clues. I figure that's a spirity thing to do. Write a message in the mist on a mirror.
Nice.
Even though it's going to be here again.
Okay, interesting. I I kind of nod my head. Well, I'll put search, but let's be fast.
Okay, so I'm looking for any kind of clues. I like search over the merchandise to see if there's any important clues there. I look to see if there's like crates that say the name of a merchant or anything. I look for paperwork.
There
are some work orders. It says, "Hey, coffins, 600, 300."
It's that cheap vendor guy.
Yeah, does it have a name for the merchants involved?
No, it doesn't.
All it has is the amount of merchandise. It doesn't have any from anything else of importance.
Yeah, it seems to be numbers of things that they're going to build or things that they've already built and they're sold, but there's only like one number next to each item, so it looks like it's probably we're going to make this many of this thing. And as you sort through the papers, you notice that there's all sorts of like different holidays listed and merchandising that they have for each one. So you get to Jubilee, and then there's all these like different items listed for the Jubilee holiday and how many they're going to make of each one. And you get to the I forget all the names of my holidays, but you roll from holiday to holiday.
You guys get a lot more holidays than I do.
All right, I point to Malzy and then point to the papers and like mine picking them up.
I pick them up. I put them in my backpack, and I say, "Let's go now. Tell Desmond what's happening, and then we'll head off to the church. I have an idea."
Winter Solstice, Jubilee, Day of the Grateful Dead, Repentance Day, Summer Solstice, Troll Toll, Oak Wish, and the other holidays. There we go. So where do you guys go?
Shenanigans.
All right. A lot of you end up back at Shenanigans maybe 15 minutes later. The place is overcrowded with children, and Desmond sees you guys come in as you stroll in, and he's a little bit more of his usual self with his fists on his hips and goes, "Guys, why is my bar covered with children that are dirty and getting everything dirty?"
I explain the situation in detail.
Dude, how much does Bessie's milk normally cost?
A silver a glass.
They have.
And there's 30 kids?
Yeah.
They have 15 silver each of them. I give them a gold and a half.
Is it 20 silver to a gold or
10,
just
10, 10, baby.
10 to 10, okay. So I'll lay down 3 gold pieces. And I'll mime, moo, and I'll point to all the kids.
That is an inappropriate gesture, young lady.
I explain what she means.
Oh, milk! Milk for the kids. Yeah, of course. Borscht, what are you doing? Put down that ale. Those kids never should have ale. Put it back. Put it back. And Borsch's like, what? What you Borscht? Shut up. Go put the ale away and get back to work in the kitchen.
While
kids
Boss is
beer.
doing that, you see
My
me
God.
leaning over the bar. I'll have one. I'll have one.
No, little girl, you don't get any beer either.
I'm not a little girl.
Oh, you're a big girl, he says, like looking away and just condescending. Like, you're a big girl. My apologies. Here's a glass of milk. Oh, you're not a little girl.
Yeah. Let me a beer. What is this shit?
Sorry. I just saw the height and I thought, oh, here's a beer.
Mousy's like laughing his ass off. He's barely standing at this point.
I'm gonna sit like with my legs around the glass and just like kind of like put my whole face in, like.
That's not really how we drink around here, but okay.
Well, I got sharp teeth. It doesn't quite sit in my face properly.
So I look at Desmond and I explain what happened, and we explain that we're kind of like we need to go in and deal with the situation, but we need some help. I was wondering if there's any more bulky adventurers that could maybe help us.
Can we borrow the cook?
Well, I don't think Borscht is into that sort of thing anymore, but there's a half tavern of adventurers over there if you want to hire some help.
I was gonna say you have to wade through the children, don't you?
I suppose you'll have to swim through them, but the rest of you'll have to wade through them. It's another height joke.
Like,
I'm full of them today.
what do you think about
What are we
this?
gonna do with all these kids? Like, there's no room for them in here.
Is there not an orphanage in town or something like that?
I
I
think
got
there
that.
is. Yeah. If there's not, I'm sure someone will make one for these kids. It's a generous town. No?
Anyway, I also want to make.
That was more of a riotous town, like to
I
burn.
want to make 5 Molotovs.
You want to make 5 Molotov cocktails?
Yes.
Do you remember the cost for them?
I have absolutely no idea.
Okay.
Just pay for some hard liquor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's
throw in a
just-
gold apiece. That'll
Okay,
cover all
there
your
we go.
costs. You know,
want
Melissa,
some help?
it's a spirited town. The people really like to get involved in things. Whatever the thing is, people like to be a part of it. Whether it's throwing a riot or building an orphanage or voting in a new mayor, a town
Right.
full of passionate people.
Why don't we do both?
An orphanage
so-
and elect a new mayor?
No,
Colonel Sanders is getting a little old, I know, but he's been pretty good for us so far.
no,
No, I heard he gave chicken away.
enact a riot to get the merchant, the slaver, and then build an orphanage.
Right, what does the merchant have to do with slavery?
I show the papers to him and tell him that we found all of these where the children were tied and forced to work.
Yeah, poor merchant probably doesn't know that these wares were being made by these guys.
I specifically say that the warden there said he's just a lackey and he's following orders with these kids.
Yeah. I'm sorry, am I not putting... I'm missing something here.
Let's
Right.
just go hire some muscle
Shit.
that I can
Yeah,
ride
well,
on the shoulders, and then we'll go and sort it out ourselves.
All right.
I know.
I want to get a collection of eyes.
I look at Bark and I say, not a fighter myself, so you choose somebody. You
All
and
right, I'm just gonna speak in pure kobold, and it's just gonna be barking and yipping. But it's like, all right, get us a burly one, and you just see me like try to like drink as much as I can, and then just dive into the crowd of children.
Make me a charisma check.
A charisma check. All right,
Yeah, to see if you've made a good enough impression on these children that they catch you.
D20.
there's too many people here, and Malky's getting jittery. His hands are starting to shake.
30.
All right, you have made an impression on these children. And as you dive into the sea, they sort of catch you and sort of crowd surf you, but they're kids, so they're not very good at it, and eventually set you back down.
I'm just like swimming, tail is like sizzling along by me, and I'm just like crowd surfing my way to one of the tables.
All right, you get
Yes,
to one of
my
the tables.
children. In bark, I'm just like, yes, my children, carry your leader. All right, so
You arrive at one of these tables. There are 3 people sitting here watching you arrive via child wave. The woman in front says, "Well, little critter, what? You got something to do with these offspring?"
I'm just gonna like climb up onto the table, and I'm gonna hold out, say 3 gold. I'm like, we need some muscle. Got to sort out a dodgy den.
All right, 1 gold for each of us per day, and we get looting rights.
How about I drop you 2 gold each, and I'll halve the gold with you guys. You can loot whatever material goods. I don't mind. I just want some daggers, and yeah, I'll have the money with you, and you can have any weapons or loot you want to take off them.
So we get 2 gold a day, and we get all the money and weapons except for the daggers, which you get to keep.
Half the money.
Half the money, but all the gear,
Yeah, all the gear's yours.
except for the daggers.
Well, I don't want all the daggers, but I just like 1 or 2. You can have the rest.
half the money, all the gear except for a couple of daggers, and 2 gold a day. And we got ourselves a deal.
Done.
Done. All right. The 3 of them grab their weapons and armor. They all have chainmail with small shields and spears, except for the woman who has a longsword instead of a spear. And they line up behind the kobold, who is now the party leader, officially, at least for this session.
Can I, I'm going to just look it up. Do you mind if I sit on your shoulder?
I do mind indeed, little fellow. Yes. Yes, I mind.
I'll pick Bark up and put him on my shoulder.
Thank you, buddy. All right, let's go. And I'm just pointing, legs out, pointing. Let's go.
Where are we going?
I start going. And I explained to them that we're going to this church to get this corrupt merchant. Well, slaver.
Merchant.
Slaver.
Merchants have nothing to do with this. We'll fleece them.
I mentioned my idea to Bark on the way there. Use the Molotovs to smoke them out.
See, that's not going to work because we need to loot the place, and if it's burning down, you can't exactly loot it.
Good point.
Oh, by the way, they get all of the material goods, but we have the money with them.
I don't even care.
I know. I gathered when you were handing out gold to children. So
you have no idea how much gold I have.
Well, good to know. If I ever need money, I'll rob you first. Okay, let's get there.
All right. You guys make your way through the southern forest and end up at the old abandoned church. Its stone walls are tumbled down, but someone has conveniently built a wooden structure based on the old wooden stone walls. There is a door on the front side of the church, which you actually have to walk all the way around because you approach from the backside. A single door that is shut.
I'm going to lean back to Mary. I'm going to be like, well, in Cobalt, I'm like, well, here's your church.
I have an idea. I kind of motion for the rest of the party kind of stand both sides of the door, but somewhere where you wouldn't be visible when the door opens. And then I look to Bark and I say, you knock at the door and just say, Scrubrat sent you, and there's a problem at the factory. I look at you, I on the mirror, and I give it to Mo.
All right. The best I can. Entangle.
Inside the building?
No, we're gonna try to bait him out.
Point to the area outside.
Yeah, we're gonna try and basically Bark is gonna go knock, gonna pretend he's from Scrubroad, and then we'll intimidate the guy coming out. Okay.
Why don't we take our second break, and when we come back, we'll see what happens with this Shenanigans endowed plan. Let's also figure out where the 3 guards are. See you guys on the other side of our break. Bye-bye.